Hello and welcome to the stream. Let me just set up all my shares and thingy-majiggies, but let it be known, I am ready. The stream is up. Time to click my share buttons. It's gonna be 20 seconds while I do that, and then we're good to go. Actually, it's gonna be a little bit more than 20 seconds. Or not. Copy pasta for the win. Here we go. It has been tweeted. Time to put it on the Facebooks. It has been Facebooked. And there might actually be a surprise today because I think I might get a little shout out on the official Ultima Online webpage. So that's going to be interesting. I'm hoping that audio and everything is alright. Just gonna run down here to the daily get together. All the veteran players are doing an event here. They do that every evening, so I'm just going to say hello to everyone. Hello, everyone! And Adwina says, hey Mush, and a lot of other people say that as well, and that would be me. I'm just popping by to say hello before heading out to kill monsters. It is on now, Arduino. And hello, Merble! Welcome to the channel! My most favorite #1 clicking in on the channel viewer in the world. Ding! It's great. Good to have you. Have you had a good day? Or actually, how was your day? Merble just started working again for, what is it, like the 3rd or the 4th day? After an 8-7-ish week break. So Merble is a tired man. Oh noes! My ICQ makes loud noises. Give me a moment while I fix that. I actually thought I had it sorted, but I did not. Settings. Noob mistake. Everyone makes them. Let's see. General, maybe? Enable sounds? Disabled. Hopefully, we will no longer get the loud sounds. Oh, your day was fine and you took a nap. Yeah, I kind of did the same. I didn't really get a nap. I had a great day, came home from work, and then went to say hello to the kitty cat, and I almost fell asleep. I have installed Pinko's UI, because that's what Dar told me to install, because he uses it, and I've heard a lot of other players are using it as well. And it enhances the enhanced client. It's like Inception. You have enhanced client in enhanced client. But basically what it does is it adds this thingy here that shows me the hit point bars and stuff of mobs that are nearby. A bit more easy to navigate map. You can mouse wheel when you're in scale mode. You can mouse wheel and change the size of windows and buttons and things. So, and yeah, look at this. It's got cool stuff now. So yeah, I had a great day at work. Had a great day overall. Overall, I am good. I'm ready to go out and kill some monsters. I was very, very fortunate. Yesterday, I logged into the game real quick and I bumped into Arduina as I was browsing her shop, and Arduina told me that he had seen the stream, or she, and had a lot of fun, and donated a lot of money to me, so that, and some weapons, so that I am more able to kill monsters, which I will go prove now, because I plan on going to Distard real quick and show you the difference of my old setup and my new setup. Am I wearing the proper weapon? This is an Elemental Slayer, so I'm gonna wear my Dragon Slayer, which is here on F5. It is a blue axe, but I found out a lot of things that I didn't actually know. One of the things was that when I'm using parry skill and Bushido skill, it's actually not beneficial for me to use a weapon and a shield. Apparently when you are a samurai, a Bushido warrior, you need to use a two-hander, is what I found out. So I was lucky enough to get a really good weapon, which allows me to... Oh, hang on a second. I'm gonna need to use some night sight so I can actually see what I'm doing. There we go. Yeah, so I don't know if you remember last time I was in here and the dragons were really horrible and stuff, but now I'm like the bot. Oh no, there's a greater dragon. That's bad. I can see it here. It's probably up north somewhere. He can kill me. Let me move out a sec. I just need to cast the proper buff. Also, I leveled up my necromancy, so I now have a spell called Vampiric Embrace, which I have over here on a special hotbar. Bling! Oh, it doesn't seem to put the buff up on me though, so maybe I need to cast it a few more times. Fizzle! Come on. Of course, it's because audience is here and people are looking and I'm all like, ah, I can't cast my spell without fizzling. Embarrassed. Come on. Enough with the fizzle. Okay, I got it this time. Yay! See? This buff gives me 20% hit life drain, so, you know, 20% of the damage I deal turns into health. And it also gives me minus 25% fire resistance and some regeneration stuff. But the thing is, though, with my current gear and my health now, I can't actually fight a greater dragon because they cast a fireball or something and it hits me for 108. So I basically get one-shotted by the dragons. The greater dragons. But check out what happens when I engage one of these little guys over here. That is, if I can find one. Here's one. Oh, here's another one. Let's go for that. First I have to press F1 to honor him because I'm a great warrior and stuff. Check that out! Slash. I was not able to kill them that fast last time I was here. So the weapons have definitely helped out a lot. No, no fireballs. We don't like those. So basically, the premise of this build is to deal as much damage as possible before the monster kills you. I also have this fancy little button here, which is part of the UI. It's part of Pinko's UI. You click the button and it drags stuff over into this bag that I've designated for loot. And that will make it a little bit easier for me to grab stuff, whereas previously I would spend a lot of time pulling things over in the bag and then getting killed, essentially. So at least this add-on thingy, not an add-on, it's a UI, so it's part of Ultima Online's package, I guess. Some guy, really talented guy, made this. So that's quite cool. I'm walking forward really carefully because if there is a greater dragon, I will die. Here's a dragon. Let's pull him. Just gonna pull him a bit down here. And then charge him like a true knight. Challenged. Oh, too far to honor. There we go. Come on. Can do this. Double hit. Oh, he poisoned me. I didn't think that was even possible. Oh, I resisted. Awesome. Come on, dragon. You're mine. Why is it not dying? There we go. Woohoo. It's a bit daunting still for me at the moment where, you know, I'm hitting something, my health is low. Ooh! Thank you for the follow! Woohoo! And hello! Welcome to the channel. It's a bit daunting for me still when I'm attacking monsters that my health goes down that far, and then I hit them and it goes back up, but, you know, that's something I'll just have to deal with. And yes, loot all is interesting. I still need to take a look at, like, what do these names actually mean, the colors of it, because the UI is completely new to me. But yeah, overall I'm pretty impressed with the fact that someone was able to make an add-on like this. One of the things though that... Oh, hello Arduina! And thank you very much for the help last night. I really appreciate it. I'm actually out now testing the weapons and stuff. Oh, dragon. You are mine. Click, click, click. Double click. Is it too far away? It might actually be. I forgot to honor him, but, you know, that's fine. No honor for you. Oh. Hello, Kuwant. Welcome to the channel. I'm currently in a dungeon called... well, it's not called Oops. Called Distard. And it's full of dragons. And I'm here because I wanted to test out a two-handed weapon that was given to me by Arduina. And it works. Because last time I was here trying to fight a dragon, I got owned. Actually, I did manage to kill it, but it was painful. Very painful. So things are a little bit more smooth now. Here's a dragon. Drake. Oh, and I can see that there's a greater drake somewhere. Greater dragon. So we don't want to fight that. Pling! It's actually really good being able to take out these mobs this fast. That's gonna... It's gonna improve the... Oh, actually I need to move this a bit. My OCD does not handle gold being in the wrong corner of my inventory. No, what's this? Greater? It is. I don't want to fight him. He will kill me. I'm not quite sure why it says please keep your mouse moving, but I'm assuming that's how this UI thingy works. I'm not currently using any Twitch plugin for my chat, and hello Longtooths. I am using a program called Chatty. C-H-A-T-T-Y. And then I just use part of the window. I don't know. Oh, the mouse doesn't show when I'm mousing over here, but part of the window from the chat is then copied into this little graphic-y thing that I drew. So yeah, dragons. Actually, I'm gonna need to go somewhere that's not quite as dangerous for me, because otherwise I will die. It will happen. So, you know what? I'm gonna go to Shame, because I like that place. And actually, let me close that one and use my special Shame level 2 book, because the monsters are a little bit harder here, and you know what? I need to drink a potion so we can see what's happening here. There we go. And time to equip my Elemental Slayer, because there are mud golems down here. Oh, there's another player. Hello there. His name is Cloud. He's a Grandmaster Tamer. He says hello and moves on. And that's okay. He might be shy. Maybe he doesn't want to be on the stream. It could happen. Let's see, what do we got? Ooh, a Kraken. Release the Kraken! Oh, he just aggroed on me, but... Can he even attack me? I'm tempted to attack him, but I don't know if it's a good idea. I'll try. I'll just try with a lightning strike. See what happens. Oh, I can't even reach him. Meh. Time to kill the elemental then. Let's see how that works. These mud elementals used to give me a lot of problems. But not anymore, it seems. What I'm using is my number 4 ability. And it is called Lightning Strike. It basically gives me about 50% chance to hit the enemy. I don't know why I'm missing though. Probably because I'm a noob. There we go. Hitting and hitting again. He hits me, of course, but you know, if I hit for 103, I get about 20-25-ish health back. So it's a very uneven fight in my favor. The poor mud elemental didn't stand a chance there. Looting. So yeah, it's going a lot smoother now. Now I basically just need to get to work on my karma, because I spent a lot of time leveling up my necromancer skill. And leveling up necromancy, every time you cast a necromancer skill, you lose karma. Oh, there's no space in the bars, but you know, I can always just right click here and then new hotbar. And you know, let's say I just wanted like a teeny tiny bar or something. I don't know, like this. I could do that. I might do this, and then I might click here and click on this here. And then maybe I want to be able to keep track of my... I can't keep track of my karma, but I can keep track of my weight. I could do that here. Maybe I just want one, like that. Can I not do one? Ah, there we go. And then I could go into the options. Let's say I have really bad eyesight. I'll go in here, enable scale mode, and oops, apply. And I can do this because I have bad eyesight. So, you know, I'm gonna need one of these. Not really. Yeah, that's right, Ardrina. There's a Bushido spell that makes me evade the hits. Oops. Hang on a sec. I need to make sure that scale mode is not on, because then when I use the scroll wheel, I'll end up doing stuff like this, and I'll be all like, herp-a-derp. And that's no good. So, let me just disable it, press OK. The skill that makes me evade is on my bar. It's hidden over here. It's called Evasion. Puts you in an evasive stance for a short duration. But the thing is, though, when I use that, it only lasts for 4 seconds. It does allow me to parry physical attacks and magical attacks, though, so it's pretty cool. I guess it's something I would need to put somewhere on my bar, I think, and use it more. Did my stream just go offline? It says stream offline. That's bad. Nope. I should be online. It says live and recording, and it says no dropped frames. So I'm hoping I didn't go offline. If I did, then please let me know. Good. No offline. Phew. It's probably not a great place here to show off this UI thingy, but let me just run here real quick. Also, I don't really want that because I don't have bad eyesight, so I'll just destroy this hotbar. Oh no, are you sure? It will be lost forever. Yeah, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm still not at a point where I know exactly what my parry rate is. So I'm I'm not really relying on parry too much. I tend to mostly just hit for healing. This guy's coming. Let's try to challenge him and see how that fight goes. Oops, let's go. And I could use my number 3 attack, which is a special attack that hits both enemies at the same time, or has a chance to do that, which is really awesome. I just enabled the F4 one. That's basically a stance which lets me counterattack if I get hit. So that's also pretty awesome. Uh-oh. Okay, I might want to turn that annoying sound off, because that's not really good. That's part of the new UI. It's the first time I ever heard that, and that is annoying. So I'm gonna need to get rid of that. And hello in Mike's Day. Welcome to the channel. You just came back to Ultima Online this week. You're also on Europe, and you're asking, do I have any idea where people dungeon now? I have to admit, I don't really know, because I'm very new at this, but we're very fortunate that we have Arduina, Lady Arduina in the channel, and I think we could get some hints on that, hopefully, because I'm still very new, so I tend to go in these places where I know how they work, and then kind of learn it from there. For the time being, I'm in Shame, and this dungeon is that's hard enough for me, really. Come on, die already before that other guy shows up. Double strike. Oh. And I can also enable this thing, the number 3 confidence. That's the one that gives me some health regen and basically lets me gain a bit of health and stamina every time I get attacked. Okay, Kuant says, suggesting Shame for starters. Ooh, I'm scared. You know what? Let me go back home real quick and get that audio thing sorted, because that's gonna do my head in. I can't really listen to that. And let's see. Kuant says Shame for starters, then Wrong, and then Covetous level 3. And Lady Warna says that players are hunting at Knavery and Shame and Blackthorn's dungeon. And actually, yeah, right now there is a meeting for returning players and new players in, oh, let me put it here, in Britain. I can show you where it's at. It's actually quite easy to find. Let me teleport to Britain. Here, Sacred Journey. And everyone's right here. See? Many names and many peoples. And there is, let's see, there is Lady Arduina of Europe. And yes, a lot has changed. I know exactly how you feel, Mike. I played this in 1998 and I came back a week ago. It's an entirely different game. And, you know, it also helps that I don't get killed by PvPers every 30 seconds. It helps a lot. Let's see, what are people saying? Oh. They're saying hello. And Arduina is saying that I'm live on air showing people the meeting. Actually, I'm not going to do too much typing, otherwise it'll be way too confusing. But yeah, as you can probably see if you've not played this game in ages, there are so many cool mounts now. And if you're using the enhanced client, then graphics are also somewhat more detailed. At least dragons are, you know, they're not just red blobs anymore. So that's pretty neat if you are a returning player and never played with this client. Just keep in mind that I have downloaded Pinko's UI and upgraded so to speak, the client. It is it's a bit more advanced now. It has this thing in the side where it shows when monsters are nearby and or players, and you can mouse over them and it'll show you which one you're mouse overing. It also has some auto sorting for backpacks and all these kind of things that a lot of players are used to from modern MMOs but didn't really find when they tried Ultima Online. So yeah. Oh, that's nice. Mike says he's loving being back. Recently spent forever taming a greater dragon. Even dying in game was fun. I can imagine. I mean, when I go up against a greater dragon, it's like it's a 3-second experience and I get destroyed pretty much because of this spell I'm currently using, which is it gives me mana drain when I hit, but it also takes away 25% of my fire resistance, so I just do not have enough health to sustain one hit from a dragon or a greater dragon when it casts spells. It's bad. Bad, bad, bad. But yeah, I think let's head to... I'm actually really tempted to go get... I don't know if I can even get the last 1.5% for swordsmanship. I'm currently at 98.6% in swordsmanship. Let me see if I can bring up that bar, show it to you guys. In combat, I have swordsmanship 98.6%. I would like to have that at 100. I've heard that if I fight earth elementals in shame, then that would help increase it. It has not really been my experience so far. They don't seem to give me those points, and I have checked that I have enough points for it, but you know, I might be lucky. Am I still wearing the earth elemental? This new add-on can show me Elemental's Lair. Yes. Oh man. Night Sight Potion. Why must you hate me this much? Sometimes they last half an hour, sometimes they last 10 minutes. I'm disappointed every time. It's just not fair. Let me get this Earth Elemental here. You have started honorable combat. It's a Bushido thing. It's just what we do. Let's see. Earth Elemental. I'll press my number 3 to do an AoE attack of some sort. What's the name of it? I forgot. It's called Momentum Strike. So you basically attack a monster and then it'll automatically attack a nearby monster, which is quite cool. And then when I'm fighting one monster, that would be great. I mean, I'd love to borrow them. You don't have to give me, but that would be awesome. Lady Arduina says, I can give you Nocturne Earrings. Gives you night sight. It would help a lot for streaming. Normally when I'm soloing, I'm not really concerned about the darkness. It doesn't really matter. It's just that when I'm streaming, it feels a bit wrong to have a dark screen and nothing to look at. It just looks silly. Ooh. No, never mind. That was the same corpse. Mud Pie Corpse. There we are. I need these gems. I put them in the red bag. And then I put my regions in this bag. And this one just goes in that bag. And the money goes here. La la. I'm still not sure I can kill one of these guys. So I'm just going to move past him. Honor the Earth Elemental. And then kick his butt. Oh man. I like the sound of this number 4, Lightning Strike. It has 50% chance to attack. Sorry, to hit. And on these guys, it demolishes them. So to me, the game feels a lot different than what it did back in the days, because there are so many new traits on the items. Like if you look at this one, it says it has Fire Eater 12%. correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that means that every time I take fire damage, 12% of that fire damage gets converted to health on me. So, you know, there's a lot of different options for people who are doing player versus environment stuff like I am, or PvPing, you know, that they can build gear and outfits that kind of suit their playstyle. This place here is also a new feature for returning players. It's a guardian altar. Every time you kill a monster in this place, there's a chance that you get a shame crystal. If you double click the shame crystal, it'll give you 1 point. Once you have 10 points, you can go click this altar and summon a special guardian mob. I think it's a quartz elemental, and it'll spawn somewhere in this dungeon. You have 1 hour to kill it, and it has better loot than, I guess, other monsters in here. I've tried summoning it once, and you know, I can't complain. The loot was nice. Thing is, though, I've been very, very fortunate that people have helped me out with gear. So most of the stuff I'm currently getting is not really good compared to what I already have. So in that sense, I'm kind of spoiled. But that's okay, because I really love to gather stuff. So for me, it doesn't matter. I just like to kill monsters, collect the items, and I get that sense of hoarding, which I like. But I'm looking forward to the point where I'm actually able to, kill monsters that have a chance of killing me, but not one-shotting me. Because right now I'm sort of in a hole between not quite skilled enough, but very overgeared in a sense. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing with other people in this game. So Mike, if you're up for it, it's someday, you know, just send me a message and I'll be happy to play with you. Woohoo! Thank you for the follow. You guys are awesome. All this loot. I still have to figure out what the colors of the item names, what they represent, because with the old tooltip, before here's a crystal, double clicking, and I now have 4 shame. Before the system, I installed this Pinko's UI. Every tooltip on items would say at the bottom what kind of item it was. It would say like a minor item or a lesser magic item or some other something. But now they've color-coded the names in this, and I made the mistake of installing it rather than I installed the UI thingy before actually reading what it did, which was silly, but sometimes you just gotta take a leap of faith. Hello, Arduina of Europe! Welcome to this little dungeon. Awesome. Thank you very much. Hang on a sec, I'm just gonna try to kill this guy. I also have number 2, which is a whirlwind attack that hits multiple enemies, so that's also quite cool. I'm hoping I could use that as a sort of a taunting move. Come on, swing your weapon around. Okay, let's not swing the weapon around. That's okay. That's okay. As long as I can kill them, I should be fine. And, you know, if they're only hitting me for 7 health and I'm swinging AoE around, then that's good. I'm fine. We're doing okay. I just need to clear out this stuff, and then I'll focus on the chat again. I don't want to end up dying. That would be embarrassing. And yes, you're absolutely right, Merble. I'm very, very overwhelmed by all the people that are here. It's very cool. I'm happy that you're here, and I hope that you let me know if you have any questions, and I will redirect the questions to people who know what they're doing. Yes, hello Dakon. I am playing on the official European server. And welcome to the channel. Yeah, I'm one of these people, these old school people. I felt that if I were to play Ultima Online, I wanted to make sure I played on an official server because I'm actually impressed that this game still runs after 17 years, you know, and I feel that I want to show my support. I feel the company deserves it, especially after I saw a video of, I guess it was the 15-year anniversary. Bleh, I can't even pronounce that word, but I'm sure you know what I mean. The 15-year anniversary video, and it was a dark room with a projector and a lady talking about the game, and I was like, that's a shame, because this is a great game and it really needs more people playing it. It should, you know, it deserves to be up on a stage like SOE Live, where it's like a gigantic show, or BlizzCon. I know you cannot compare those things, but still, in my mind, I feel that this game deserves it, because it is really one of the forefathers of online gaming. I know that there were text-based games before this, and I also know that, you know, there's a lot of things that this game did that other games fixed afterwards, but this game really was a leap of faith when it came out. And it also did some changes that I think, you know, kind of bit them in the butt, because, you know, they split PvP, and that made a lot of people really angry. It made people like me really happy, though. So yeah, exactly. Go on. Best game, no questions asked. I wish it was so. I mean, it's a fantastic game. It's really good at what it does. It could be better, though, but then again, every game could be better. I just think that Ultima Online is in a situation where it can't really change too much, because I think a lot of people will be upset if the game changes too much. At least that's my experience. I mean, those of you right now who are playing Ultima Online, are you using the classic client or the enhanced client? That's good. That's good, Dakon. You're playing on a healthy free shard. That, as long as you're having fun with the game, it's still promoting Ultima Online to some extent. Some people might try on a free server and then decide that they want to see what the original is like, and they might not like it, but, you know, it's better to, in my opinion, it's better to have free servers than no servers at all. The other day I saw a post on Reddit where some people were saying they wished that all the people on free servers would move back and play on the official servers, and I just don't think that's probably never gonna happen. I mean, the people playing on free servers aren't necessarily people that would ever want to play on the original servers, and vice versa. Okay, so for those who don't know, pre-trammel means that the server is from a time where there was no distinction between PvE and PvP world. Trammel is the world where I'm playing. It's the world for people that don't want to PvP. I need to honor this before he gets too close. Okay, I'll just try this guy. There we go. And then you have Feluca, I think it's pronounced, which is the PvP world. Hello, Sunwolf, and welcome to the channel, and thanks for watching. Yay! Thanks for following. I love the enhanced client, but then again, I'm also like, I don't really have problems adjusting to a different game or different graphics or setup. So for me, it's like, I don't know, I like all these fancy little gimmicks. But I did start on the classic client, and I enjoyed that as well. But yeah, I'm not surprised to see you two answering classic client, because my experience has been that pretty much everyone I've met in here in the game so far has been people who use the classic client. But I'm always thinking, why? You know, I really like all these other things. And sometimes when I look at the classic client, I'm thinking, where are the animations at? I think it's kind of neat, you know, when you can actually see your character, the animation has more frames and just overall looks a little bit smoother. And I like the ground. I like the textures on mountains and such. Ah, okay, so Lady Arduina switched over to the enhanced client. Woo! I'm kind of fumbling when I'm trying to target these monsters. That is something I need more skill in. I need to practice a bit more. This whirlwind attack, even though it sounds like a blender, it makes me happy. I love the way that it just chops the poor monsters down. Okay, so what's left here? One of these? Alright, whammo. Yeah. Actually, earlier today when I was at work, I was thinking about something that I wanted to ask you guys about, because I was interested in maybe getting a sort of, not necessarily a discussion, but just a little chat about how your MMO career, so to speak, how your MMO life started. Because for me, I used to play text-based online games called MUDs, M-U-D-S. And those were games that were more slow-paced than this. You had to write out your commands. Later on, you'd have programs where you could, you know, you'd have macros. If I click this button, then it would automatically write out a whole sentence, which is something I would need in that particular game. And then later on, you know, I'm being an Ultima player, I moved on to Ultima Online, and so that was my first MMO. But I've played pretty much every major game that has come out in the West since then, and I just always get that feeling of why, as time progresses and games become more and more advanced, why do they leave out more and more features from the games? You know, it's like my first game has dyeing and loads of different crafts and housing and being able to mark runes and teleport and all kinds of things. And then all of a sudden my second MMO has a fraction of those features, and my third and my fourth, and all of a sudden we're in 2015 and the MMO I end up playing is like, it's more of an action game than an online role-playing game, and it's too fast-paced for a 36-year-old guy like me. That's how I feel anyway. So how about you guys? I mean, what are your first MMO experiences? What was the first game you played, and how do you feel it has changed? Are you still in Ultima Online, or have you moved on to newer things? Sunwolf says, the split of the facets actually brought 300 people to the game. It was a few changes that made the people quit. Oh, I didn't even know that, but that makes sense, because I think, and I'm not trying to demean the PvPer, but I do think that PvPers are not as numerous as the PvE player. I mean, the PvE player is usually the one that sticks with the game for a long time, be it Ultima Online or EverQuest or World of Warcraft or... What is this thing here? Go away. Why is that dinging over there? Sorry, I'm a UI noob. There we go. So Dacon says, first MMO was Ultima Online, EverQuest, and Asheron's Call. Ooh, I played Asheron's Call. I loved it. I was crap at the PvP, but I loved the way that you could dodge missiles and just, I don't know. There was something really interesting about that. Woo! Thank you for the follow. And Oriitis says, Ultima Online was my first MMO. Yeah. Mine too. And Sunwolf says 300,000. Sorry, did I say 30,000? Or something other? But yeah, I mean, it's pretty amazing though that taking away PvP and actually making players safe. For instance, if this had been pre-Trammel before they split the facets, I would probably have pooped my pants about 40 times by now, and whenever I saw another player, I would be terrified. Which reminds me, speaking of another player, I need to wear these earrings that were graciously donated to me. Yay! Thank you for the follow. That was graciously donated to me by Lady Arduino. I forgot to put them on. I agree. I totally agree with you there, Oriitis. Ultima Online is the best MMO out there. For me, and for you, and for a lot of other people. But I also understand when people are saying, you know, that I keep trying to drag out the health bar, but that doesn't work like that anymore with this new add-on thingy I'm using. There we go. This is something I need to get used to. Hello, Keenan. Welcome to the channel. Keenan says, Ultima Online was my first. Tried many others, but nothing that kept my interest like Ultima Online. Still tons I haven't done and would like to sometimes. Sometime, sorry. Yeah? Can you give me an example of one of these MMOs that you'd like to try and maybe let us know why? Because I'm one of these people, I pretty much try every MMO. I'm like... Oops, I just put that in the wrong bag. I pretty much jumped the bandwagon on every MMO. I love to try out new games, but ultimately I prefer a game that I can play for a long time. And I like that Ultima is one of these games. I like the way that you have player-made shops, and I like that you have the player housing. It gives people the opportunity to do something with their time when they just want to log on and be social, or in case they don't want to be social, they can log on and build their house. Ooh, I'm actually overweight now. Maybe I should have made that gigantic box here that shows me when I'm overweight. Let's see, what can I dump? Probably one item. Let's see. I'll dump... it's only 2 points, so... Let's get rid of this spear. We'll just put it here. Port back to the house. And let's see, I am Scala. Hello, I'm Scala. Says, the nail in the coffin for me was when there was a major server crash during the Trammel House placement. Oh, I was not around at that time, so I don't actually know what that is. What exactly did that major server crash do? I mean, I realize that the server crashed, but did it cause people to lose houses or something horrible like that? And Keenan says, been playing forever and there's still loads to try. Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, that's the situation I'm in. And Dakon says he plays Ultima Online and EverQuest 1 on P99. I don't exactly know what P99 is, but I'm guessing that EverQuest 1 on P99 means that it's a server which is kind of like when EverQuest came out in 1999. And Lady Arduino says, I'm 100% dedicated to Ultima Online. And that's a good thing too, because online games need those dedicated players that are online all the time. You can't really have an MMO that feels dead at some points of the day. Sunwolf says, one of the things about Ultima Online is you can impact the shard you play on by what you do, rather than level up by killing monsters and just be a number like so many other games. There is history in Ultima Online from players and developers. Yeah, I absolutely agree. And that's one of the things that drew me to the game in the first place. I wanted to be a part of a game where I could go in there and actually help other people or craft stuff for them. I remember setting up a shop outside one of the dungeons. I can't remember which one it was, but me being a noob, it was probably a newbie dungeon. And I set up my shop very close to the entrance, and I spent most of my day just um, going back and forth from the town, buying cloth or shearing sheep and turning it into bandages. And when I'd done that for about 1.5 months, all of a sudden I had a lot of money because players would buy bandages, and I think I also sold potions. And then I ended up having enough money to actually start tailoring on my character. Let's see. I'm Scala says there was a point where placement went live and everyone was rushing to place houses, and I guess it crashed the shard I was on. I couldn't get into it for a few hours, so I gave up. The next morning there was a house placed where I was trying to place mine. Oh, that sucks. Especially if it's like, it's the best spot in the world. And then, you come back and there's like the ugliest house in existence where you wanted to have a super house. That would suck. Luckily the world is gigantic. I mean, I placed my house and I was amazed that this spot wasn't taken, but I placed my house right next to a moon gate. Um, 'Cause I'm lazy and all my alts can get here really quickly. All my one alts. Um, and I'm Scala says one of my favorite things about Ultima Online is Galad the Looter. I don't exactly know who that is, but I'm assuming it's a special character, kind of like I'm a Newbie. I don't know if you guys remember that comic called I'm a Newbie, where it was basically this really silly guy with a jester's hat that would run around and do all kinds of crazy things in the comic. That's one of the things I remember about Ultima Online. And that's one of the things that I kind of looked at even when I wasn't playing the game. I would read that comic. And Arduino suggests that maybe it was Despise. Maybe. I think it had ratmen in it. I remember being able to kill stuff in a dungeon with ratmen, and then when I started to work on barding, oops, can't hold anymore. Oh well. Um, when I started working on the barding skill, that's when I was able to make monsters attack each other. And Sunwolf has looted the I'm a Newbie website. For those of you who haven't seen that stuff, it's actually quite fun. Or maybe I'm remembering wrong and it's really not that fun. It's just something I think, but I don't know. I laughed. I liked it. All my gems go in the yellow bag, and all my spell regions go in. Oh wait, wrong bag. Goes here. Let's see. I'm gonna need to clear my inventory a little bit, and then I can go out and kill some monsters. If you guys have any suggestions or something that you'd like to see or want me to revisit for your enjoyment, then let me know, and I'll try to make travel over there. I also finished a quest. I was given a rune yesterday to a shrine that starts a quest. And the quest allows you to enter a dungeon called Abyss. So I'm able to go there. I'm not quite sure how to get there though, but And welcome back, Merble. Merble is a new window. Merble is a very, very regular viewer, and he's also playing Guild Wars 2 at the moment. He's actually very much into crafting, but I have yet to convince him to try out this game. I would like him to try it, but I think it'll be a while. Yes, that's right. Lady Arduina marked a rune for me yesterday, and I went and I finished the quest, and I now have access to the Abyss place. Also, this store is good. This is Lady Arduino's store. This is where I was browsing last night. I was like, ooh, double clicking all these awesome vendors. I know it's really silly. I just really like to just click on vendors and have a look at them and see what's in there. Let's see. Merble says first MMO was Anarchy Online for 3 months, then Ragnarok Online that I played for 1.5 years, over 12 years, every now and then. Ah, okay. And then World of Warcraft on release, but only 2 months. That's actually quite an interesting MMO history if you think about it, because you start out with Funcom's first MMO, which was a great idea, sci-fi, very, very different at the time. And then you went with Ragnarok Online, which was kind of like a cutesy anime version of Ultima Online, but with less features. And a very, very special community. I hope I didn't step anyone over the toes there. And then World of Warcraft, but you only played World of Warcraft for 2 months. So you have a refined taste. And then you picked up World of Warcraft again when Burning Crusade was released, but you didn't actually play it. And now you're in the limbo, Merble. You're playing all kinds of random MMOs now, which is not necessarily a bad thing because the MMO world is changing so much at the moment. You have companies releasing first-person shooters, which are also MMOs. Firefall just was re-released-ish about a month ago. You have Warframe, and there's a bunch of World War II type games like World of Tanks and War Thunder and Heroes and Generals and all those names. It, I think we're probably at a point now where the MMO world gonna see that much fantasy, which to me it's confusing because I love fantasy. I also like sci-fi, but for an RPG or an MMORPG, I really prefer the fantasy. I don't know. I mean, there's something um for me there's something interesting about facing a dragon. It's just not the same when that dragon is in a spaceship with like tentacles and I don't know, drool and millions of eyes. There's just something very iconic about a big red dragon. Uh, and then Merble says in the last years, 4, 5, 6 weeks of Ion, Final Fantasy 14. Yeah, I played Final Fantasy 14 for a little bit, but it just it didn't really. Uh, no, I do not want to pay 2 gold coins for 1 gold coin. Um, I think that's what it said here. For me, I think Final Fantasy was just a bit too story focused, I guess. I don't know if there's anything on this or if my UI is bugging. Um, uh, Generally, when I play MMOs, and I think also because I have played Ultima Online as one of my first MMOs, I'm not good with these very, very quest-based games. Um, I really just prefer to be able to log on and be a schmuck. Just run around and do my own thing for a couple of hours and meet up with other people. Merble says not much of an MMO, but he played Guild Wars 1 all in all for about 3 years from release until last year. That's cool. I really liked the cooperative aspect of Guild Wars 1. I think that was actually one of the more interesting MMO releases. And Sunwolf says he played Ultima Online for 16 years, and now he messes with Star Trek Online on and off, along with Ultima Online. That's cool. The only thing I really played in Star Trek Online was the Foundry system. For those of you that don't know, Star Trek Online was developed by the same people who made City of Heroes. And City of Heroes was one of the first MMOs with a create your own quest system. Basically, you would be able to create a storyline, a mission, and players would come into this MMO and they would build a grand story, or they would just build a story where you kill a bunch of mobs and get a bunch of XP. Either way, that was really, really cool, and Star Trek Online has the same thing, and that's why I picked it up to try it. Because I wanted to get ready and learn the toolset for when that same company released the game called Neverwinter. Sadly, Neverwinter was a little bit too... It was too action-y for me, really. Too hardcore action and not enough Dungeons and Dragons for me, I feel. Hello, Super Crow! Super Crow says, love Ultima Online and Europe was my old home shard. There's still room for you, Super Crow, on this server. There's plenty of room for you, so you should activate a trial and come back and have a look. Dakon, that's true. Anarchy Online had mission generators, but the player couldn't really generate them. You know, they couldn't write a story and say, this is how you play the game, or this is how my mission is like. Or am I completely wrong here? As far as I remember, Anarchy Online was basically pick up a mission, you'd get a randomly generated mission that told you to run someplace, and then you'd go there and you'd have to kill some stuff, and that was basically it. And if you were a healer and you cast a heal spell on someone outside the dungeon, then you'd get aggro as soon as you got in. I'm sorry, I'm very biased against Anarchy Online. But yeah, I mean, I might be wrong. I did play it a lot, but I really don't remember being able to actually make your own missions in Anarchy Online. But cool. I mean, the game was really, really groundbreaking at the time, so it would be nice if they could. Yes, you're absolutely right, Super Crow. The war mode music brings back memories. And Oriitis says, play on Atlantic. Does that mean you play on Atlantic, or are you ordering me to play on Atlantic? Because sadly I can't do that. I'm in Europe, so I prefer to play on a European server where people are online during my time. Blech, that came out the wrong way. And Super Crow says, I've been around the free shard circuit, ran my own, and now mostly playing Elder Scrolls Online. Thank you for the follow! Woohoo! That's nice. I'm really impressed with you guys tonight. I'm being overwhelmed by all the people coming in. It's pretty amazing. Hey Krella, welcome to the channel. That's interesting that you're playing Elder Scrolls Online. I'm assuming you also played Skyrim? So how are you finding Elder Scrolls Online, Super Crow? Oop, I missed him. There we go. And Merble says, yeah, I played Warhammer Online, and well, this one I enjoyed kind of, just leveled through PvP and some public quest, but quit at Tier 3 because every tank was just kicking around people over the edges. Ugh. Yeah, I can imagine PvP was not fun in a game where you get kicked over the edges and basically one-shot it that way because of the knockback. That would suck. Sunwolf says, Ultima Online has you posted on Facebook that you're streaming. Yes, and I'm super grateful for that. I wrote Facebook, I wrote Ultima Online on the Facebook page and asked them if I was allowed to post my stream there because, you know, I figured a lot of people might be interested in seeing the game again. And also, I figured it would be really cool to see a lot of new faces in here, but I really did not expect to see that many people. I'm quite overwhelmed. That's really awesome. And let's see. Oh, Super Crow says Elder Scrolls Online is not a WoW clone, and that helps. Yeah. And then the PvP reminds him a lot about old Ultima Online. Really? I have to admit, when I tried the PvP in Elder Scrolls, I was more taken back to Dark Age of Camelot. Because, you know, I played Dark Age of Camelot, and I kind of had that feeling when... okay, I might be overwhelmed if I go down there, so I'm just going to play it safe. When we did PvP in Elder Scrolls, it was just very Zergy, you know? You had like 20, 30 people on one side, and a gajillion million people on the other side, and then you'd get hit by the assist train, pretty much. And the assist train is what you call it when a bunch of people all hit the same person, and they're essentially assisting each other in killing that guy, and that was really my experience with Elder Scrolls Online. Also, I'm kind of biased because I really like one-on-one PvP. I like competitive gaming, but I'm not a fan of Zerg PvP. I get a bit frustrated. Super Crow says, never played Dark Age of Camelot, but the whole Cyrodiil map. Cyrodiil is the mass PvP map in Elder Scrolls. The whole Cyrodiil map reminds me of Lost Lands from Ultima Online, and yes, Elder Scrolls is a bit Zergy, but good players can destroy large Zergs. I suppose you're right, but I'm not a good player anymore, so I get destroyed a lot. I like to do one-on-one. I like to be able to use the terrain when I'm fighting other players. And I did that in Elder Scrolls, and I have to admit, I mean, it wasn't all bad. I loved playing it up to level 50. The problem was that once you passed level 50 in Elder Scrolls, you would all of a sudden have to adjust to an entirely different playstyle. Imagine doing quests, imagine grinding, killing monsters, and just kind of a sandboxy gameplay all the way up to level 50. After like a month, the game expects you to now follow cookie-cutter quests from point A to point B to level up. For me, that was very, very disheartening, so I switched game. But I can imagine if you're liking the PvP, then, you know, there's a lot of good stuff there. Definitely. But, you know, I'm a PvEer at heart, and for me, this is very relaxing, you know, just going into a dungeon. Gameplay-wise, it's not amazing for most people, because I'm just clicking a monster and double-clicking and dragging some stuff out, but in a way it's kind of a therapeutic experience, and I love the community here. I love how friendly people are, and how open they are, you know. There's not a huge player base for this game, but the ones that you do meet are really friendly. And they take the time to talk to you, which is good for me, because I like to talk to people. Merble asked, isn't Elder Scrolls that bad? I heard terrible things. Well, I think it's a good game. It just wasn't for me. There are certain things about the game that I did not enjoy, but there were also a lot of other things that I did enjoy, and I have to be fair. I played this game every day for several months during closed beta and release, so for me to say that it was a bad game that's not true, you know. Yeah, I think you're right. Kuwant says Ultima Online should add linked realming like World of Warcraft to have more people together. I mean, I'm kind of both yes and no, because when you have linked realms, you also break down the communities and the links that there's already in the game. But you can prevent the game from feeling really lonely, you know. I mean, if all the players in the world currently playing Ultima Online were in this dungeon, you know, it would look different. I mean, I'm not saying that if all the people were in the dungeon, but I mean, if all the people that are currently in this dungeon right now, if they were on my screen, then the game would feel a lot more alive. But I'm not sure I would like that. I mean, I kind of like that the game is a bit cozy and doesn't have a million players, but again, I would like for the game to succeed. Super Crow says, nah, Elder Scrolls really good and fresh. I think most of the disappointment is from WoW players who can't brain non-WoW mechanics. And there's a little tongue-in-cheek there. It's a bit unfair to blame it all on the WoW players. I don't think it's necessarily true. I think a lot of people that complained were probably also Skyrim players. People who expected something different. You know, they might have expected a bit more sandboxy game. And I have to admit, I didn't play Skyrim that much, but I also kind of originally thought that Elder Scrolls, that's going to be like an Elder Scroll game, isn't it? To some extent it felt like an Elder Scrolls game, but ultimately it was too much of an MMO and not enough Elder Scrolls for me. Supercrow says, is the 2D client still available for Ultima Online? And then Lady Arduina and Kawant responds. And Tumbling Dar. Hello, Dar! Welcome to the channel. Good to see you, mate. Here are people. Hello, people. Oh. They are shooting lightning bolts at my golem. And energy bolts. I will greet them. Greetings, you two. I am responded with hi. Ooh! Someone's watching the stream. I like your stream as well. Haha! Thank you! Yay! Thank you, Legolas. I appreciate it. I'm not sure. This client that I'm currently using, Lady Arduina, that it's the enhanced client, and I seem to remember that at one time, could it have been Shadow something? I don't know. I just seem to remember that there was a client that was more 3D than this, but maybe I'm remembering wrong. Anyways, I'm using this one, and it seems to work all right for me. I kind of like that I have these hot button options that weren't available in the previous client that I was using. And then after I installed this Pinko's UI, I'm all like, holy crap, so many buttons! Ooh! Short blade. I've never seen this before, but I'm assuming it's nothing fancy. So it goes in the bag. Tumbling Dar is actually also one of the regulars here. He's the guy that made this suit for me, the armor that I'm wearing. And that was like a super duper head start, which is really good, because when I'm streaming, it's a little bit difficult for me to focus. Ooh, this looks interesting. Focus on the game and on the chat, and also staying alive. So sometimes I have to divide my attention. Usually, dividing my attention results in my health being divided and my face being split, and I die. So, it's really nice to have better gear now, because it allows me to take on 3 mobs at a time and not have to flee. Aurelius says, old 2D client is classic, and the one used here is the enhanced one. Yes, and that's true. And Super Crow says, I want my old accounts back now. Yes, I know how that feels. I went through quite a lot to get back this one, because I'd forgotten the password and everything was just meh. Luckily, I managed to get it back. Now I'm whirlwinding. I didn't have the whirlwind on my previous weapon, but it is awesome. I love being able to just swirl around. Even though it sounds like a broken blender, it's still a pretty awesome attack. I don't know if I should use it when there are just 2 mobs, though. Probably not. I guess when there are 2 mobs, I should use this one, Momentum Strike, which will then switch over and attack nearby units. So yeah, we have a bunch of people in the channel right now, and I'm hoping that through good karma and nostalgic magic, we can persuade Merble to give this game a try, because I mean, there's so much love in this game, and it's just waiting to be unloaded on Dar. Sorry, on Merble. Dar is the one doing the unloading. He has lots of love. I'm also doing a bit of unloading. Swirl! Oh man, this is awesome. Can I hit 4 mobs with this? How many mobs can I hit with swirly stuff? Oh. Okay, I won't unload my love on you then. I unload most of my love on my girlfriend, and then whatever is left, I unload it on you guys. Is that a deal? Girlfriend is yelling, "That sounds wrong, man." Apparently there should be no love left after I'm done with my girlfriend. Sorry. No seconds for you guys. But Dar has plenty of love, and he can help out people. He has helped me out a lot. And so has Arduina. And pretty much everyone I've met on this server has been really, really friendly. Which is really not the way you remember Ultima Online if you played it before the year 2000. You know, it's like 5 seconds into the server and someone's like, "Oh, come on over! Come on over! There's stuff in here I want to show you." As soon as you set foot inside the dark cave, 3 people pop out of the shadows and kill you, and you're like, "Crap, I should have known that. Why was I greedy?" Oh my god, we have progress. Merble says, "Well, I think I will give it a try in the future." The future is now, my friend. The future is now. And I agree. It's the best server I have tried in this game. Because I can't really comment on the others. I started playing on Chesapeake server back in the day, and well, at some point, I don't know, I lost my account and I had to remake a new one in '98, and I just played on Europe whenever that was possible. I don't even remember when that was, but can't find my characters on Chesapeake, which is okay. I think I played on Catskills as well. Okay, what's this? Go take a look at U-Gate. Feluca, let's see if there's any PvP. So you're telling me to go to the PvP world? I'm a wuss. Okay, I'll do that, but I'm gonna need to dump my stuff because I don't want to die. I'm such a wuss. Just give me a moment. Now everyone knows I'm gonna go there. They'll be all like, "Let's set a trap." See how paranoid I am? Isn't it awesome? To PvP! I am. I'll do it. I'll do it. I just need to put my stuff in the bank. I can't go PvP. I have no idea how to do that, but I'll try. I'll try. Let's put this stuff here. Here. Alrighty. Let's head back to the house. You'll be okay. Stay near the gate. Just yell guards if they attack you. Okay. You make it sound so easy. I can't really imagine that there are PvPers on this server, but I guess there are. Let's see. I just need to make oops, I just removed my horse. I need to make sure that the stuff that I have is blessed. Press tab, double click. This one goes here. Ooh. Byron Flinchin is here. He's standing outside my house. It's roleplay time. Star, here's someone walking outside. Let's see if he responds. In the meantime, I will drag things into my backpacks. Ooh! Super Crow says, "Aw, bless your tiny wee house. My first was a 7x7. Is this a 7x7? I just picked the cottage because it looked kind of cool. It felt awesome." And Panda says, "Played at Neverland's free shards for a decade. Just made an account to say Ultima Online rocks, but everyone here already knows that." You're absolutely right, Panda, but still, it's awesome when people's voices are heard, because this is one of these things, you know, all of us are basically in agreement. We love this game, but I don't think we say it enough. And Dakon says he's on Renaissance. Lady Arduino says all the stuff you collect on your hunts is going to overfill in no time. Oh, I know. But the way that I do it, basically this chest is the chest that I put stuff into for my alt to pick up, and then my alt goes and unravels it. But actually, I've reached a point now where I kind of have to unravel stuff on this character because I'm too lazy to switch over. So I'm just going to go to Britain and unravel. For those of you who don't know what unravel is, or imbue, it is similar to World of Warcraft and other MMOs enchant skills. You basically go to one of these, and someone's going to tell me in a moment that I should go to the Gargoyle City because there's a better one there. And they're absolutely right, but I don't even know where that is, so I haven't actually gone and explored. But I have an imbue button here that I click, and then I can select Unravel Container. And it will automatically unravel, as in destroy everything that's in this bag and give me back magical thingies, these magical residue. So they've basically added, I don't know exactly how it works, but they've added a function for players to be able to enchant gear. This one goes here, plop, and let's see, treasure map goes in here because I haven't really started doing that stuff. Okay, Lady Arduino says go through the moon gate to Termur and then go up the stairs. It's there. Okay, maybe I should do that. First I'm gonna destroy this tattered treasure map, and let's see, I got 50 points for turning that in. I have 1,500 points right now. This is a system where when you have stuff that you don't want, you can put it in this trash bin or trash box and you get some points. And then these points can be spent on buying things for your house, or I should probably click an NPC so I actually know what I'm talking about. Let's see, where is the... I think there's an NPC up here. Yeah, there's a cleanup officer over here. Hello, Zalbag, and welcome to the channel. Zalbag says, this is good watching. I was just wondering about the unravel thing. Cool, if you have any more questions, just let me know. So I've put some stuff in that chest, and I got some points back. I have no idea what this is. This is not really the strong point of the game. They're not really explaining what that is. But there are loads of pages with all kinds of stuff. You can buy lily pads for your house, and it just keeps on going with all kinds of interest. Ooh! These are the earrings that I got. So, Lady Arduino, did you spend 5,000 points to get me these earrings? Or did you find them? Now I feel guilty. Now I have to make 5,000 points so I can give a pair of earrings back. At least now I know what I'm aiming for. You know, I can always give the earrings back once I have earned the points for it. Dacon asks, do you ever full screen your game window? Do you mean like if I drag out this entire window here to fill out the entire screen? No, I don't. Because as it is right now, I actually have some stuff behind this box with my camera. I have a couple of hot bars that I feel would be a little bit too obstructing for this view. I prefer to have the view clean and then stuff around it. Oh, okay. Thank you very much for the present. Arduino says the earrings with night sight were in the box and never used, so they're a present. Panda says, yeah, it's a special bond I share with some very close friends. I'm sure it's not just me who has the occasional Ultima Online dream. In fact, look forward to them. I think everyone who has played Ultima Online at some point and no longer play it kind of think back to the time that, you know, they're like, oh, I wish I could play that game again because it was fun, or it was awesome, or I liked getting destroyed in PvP 25 hours a day. What is this? The Refinement Amalgamator. The Amalgamator is used to combine similar armor refinements into more powerful armor refinements. Sounds crafty. Sunwolf says, those are cleanup rewards. You will get points for throwing things in the trash. It will clean up Britannia. Oh, it is clean up Britannia. Yes, it is. I'm just showing what you can get in here. The thing is, though, I don't know exactly what all of these things are, so I'm kind of like just going through and thinking, 15,000 for a tree? Really? And, you know... Ooh. I have heard about this, horse barding. Someone told me that I need a special green dragon because it will be able to wear this armor, which will help absorb damage. Ooh. Oh! My boots don't have this stuff. My boots are just normal boots, but these boots actually have resists on them. Ooh. That's neat. That would be maybe something to aim for. What's this? A drum, lute, or harp, which is face layer. Oh, the horse barding is decoration, says Dar. So it's not awesome after all. You need smith to craft mounted armor, or armor for the mount. Okay, cool. A dragon head. I've actually seen 2 of these in Lord Dar's home. But you know what? I think it's time to get back to the PvP thing that you guys were talking about. Okay, I need my horse. This is too slow. Aurelius says the version for swamp dragons is the one that absorbs damage, and it's made by players. The horse one that I just clicked on was purely for deco. Yeah. I kind of like this horse though. It's an ethereal steed. I got it from, I guess, a 1-year veteran reward. It can't die. Woohoo! Okay, let's get some stuff moved into the bank so I can move out and get killed in PvP. Actually, I don't want to get killed. I'll run. I'll scream. I'll be all wimpy. This is blessed. Good. I just want to make sure that I don't lose anything that I can't replace. This is insured. And this is insured. And this is insured. And what's in the bag? Spell components. Good. No more than I can afford to lose. Sorry for being a wuss. And then there's a bunch of stuff here that needs to go into... Oh. This needs to go in here. Exactly. Like Aurelius says, if I'm going to Feluca, take nothing you do not mind losing. And Kawant says you could also try Wrong Dungeon. Yes, that's right. There is a dungeon called Wrong. I think I went there and it had... I think it had... Was it undead or lizard men or spellcasters or something? Either way, I died. I remember dying. That was the bad thing. The bad part. Sure, you know what? All of this just goes in the trash bin so we can move on with our lives. I can always farm it later. maybe. And then I can get a pair of earrings, and I can give them to Merble. Lizards, trolls, and humans. They were strong, though. I seem to remember going in there, and there were lizards, and they were scary. And it was this morning. They were attacking me pretty hard, and there were a lot of them. I might be remembering wrong. Paralyze field. I have that. And paralyze. Also have that. And I have that. Actually, I don't. These I need to keep. They go here. And they go there. Oh, there's more. There's so much crap. There we go. Okay. I think I'm ready now. Actually, I just need to... Sorry, guys. I need to get rid of all these gems. Okay. Hang on a second. The gems do not belong here. Sorry for OCD inventory management, but my gems cannot be in the bank. My gems need to be in my chest here, because the guy that can use the gems need to have access to... Close the door. There we go. Needs to have access to them, and they should be in there. Good. Alright. There we go. Almost done. Quant says that I need a lizard slayer, and then wrong will be right for me. Actually, that's not what he said. He said it'll be fun, and I agree. Having a slayer weapon and dealing double, triple something damage is amazing. It's a lot of fun. Okay, I'm ready now. Let's see how long I survive on the dark side in Felucca. Oh, I need to make sure that all my gear is insured. Insured? All of it? What about my weapon? Insured. Alright. What about this? My skirt is not insured, but it's not magical either, so that's okay. And this? Blessed. Alright. Worst case scenario, I lose my shoes. And I mean, if I die, it's... I know, I'm a hoarder. Lady Arduina says, hoarder. It's true. Here we go. PvP. I'm slightly scared. Go! There's a dead something here. I don't like it. I don't even... Oh, I need to go... Oh! Player is chasing me. I'm gonna die. I've been here like 30 seconds and someone's gonna kill me. Oh, he turned around. But I was still scared though. Just saying. I would not expect people to be here, to be honest. Am I in... Oh, I'm under protection of the guards. I'm safe! How do Barding Slayer instruments work? Says Salbag. That's a good question. I'm assuming that they have a higher chance to succeed. But I'm pretty sure that Lord Dar or Tumbling Dar can answer that question. I wonder if I should make a macro that says, please don't kill me, I'm insured. But I'm thinking that would just be bait. Fuel for the fire. People would be all like, I don't care, I'm gonna kill you anyway. So am I even on the right track towards the gate? Okay, Quant says that Slayer properties on Bard weapons gives a bonus chance to success. So that makes sense. Wait! I have an opportunity for you to make some gold. Let's talk to this guy. I seek a worthy escort. I can offer some small pay to any able-bodied adventurer who can assist me. It is imperative that I reach my destination. You're in Felucca. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but we're gonna die. Escort to the city of Moonglow. Let's try that. I have no idea how this escort stuff works. Can I drag this NPC through a moon gate? Do you guys know that? Okay, Aurelius says they increase the chances of things like peacemaking and discord against the appropriate creatures for their Slayer types. So again, same thing. Higher chance of success. That's pretty cool. So I guess bards need Slayer stuff just like everyone else does. Okay, Super Crow says should be able to gate them, yes. Alright. Let's... Oh. She's slow. La la la. Let's try. LeadPad says rest in peace 2D client. That's not true. We have quite a few people here who use the 2D client, but I like the 3D client. I'm a fan of it. And welcome LeadPad to the channel. I'm currently in Felucca on popular demand. I'm scared, and I'm escorting an NPC, and I did actually see a red guy not long ago. Also, being in a PvP world while on stream is probably not the smartest move you can make. Because I'm basically telling everyone where I'm at, and I'm a sitting duck. But it should be fun. Let's try to find this Moongate. Where is it at? Moongate, where are you? Oh, it's up there. My bad. Let's go up here. This is exciting. Uh-oh. Here's a guy. Let's just walk casually by. We'll all be like... He didn't react. We're still good to go. So close to it. Oh. What's this? A mount. So, I just go through this. Oh. Moongate. And where am I supposed to go? Moonglow? Oh man. Hello, evil priests of Mundane. So where's the city from here? LeadPad says, well, I missed the old one. I played on Europe for like 4 years or something, and I stopped, but I ran a PvP guild with Athena. Cool. So you mean like the Athena who plays a paladin in World of Warcraft and all kinds of MMOs? He's a friendly guy. He seems like a friendly guy. Oh, north. Thank you. Everyone's like, you need to go north. Going the wrong way. Yes, I've never been here before. It looks empty. I mean, if this had been in '98, I would be twice as terrified as I am right now. I killed the Mongbat. The guild was called AI. So, artificial intelligence? Or something similar? Okay, we're here. We're in Moongate. Does it work? Can I talk to this NPC? We have not arrived in Moongate. Let's keep going. Okay, okay. We are gonna keep going. We're here. I wonder how much gold I get for this. Accept. Wow. 500 gold. Woohoo! That was... Why do they have quests like this, really? I mean, 500 gold. You can kill a Mongbat. I mean, that is if you can double-click him and kill him. But, you know, you can kill a Mongbat, loot him, and get 31 gold. So, kill 15 of these is actually faster than escorting the NPC. This is something I think they should probably have a look at, you know? Increasing the rewards for some of these quests. There's a sheep. Let's see if I can cut it. You can. I now have a pile of wool. Sorry. 500 for every escort job, says Aurelius. Okay, so it's always the same regardless of the distance. Is that it? Because that's a bit silly. You know, I would hope that they should be able to implement some sort of system where the further away the quest is, the more XP you'd get for it. I think, anyway. That would be, or not XP, gold. That would be more, that would make more sense to me. So, LeadPad says it was artifacts, since it was around when Age of Shadows first came out. Oh. Merble says, just ran a dungeon. I should not. I have to focus too much. What did I miss? Welcome back, Merble. You basically missed. People persuaded me to go to Felucca, the PvP world, and I am now in the PvP world. Here's a murderer. It's just an NPC, so you know we're fine. I'll challenge him, and then go kill him. Oops, wrong button. Come on, I want to fight. Why does he not fight me? Oh, he has quite a lot of health. He casts spells at me and stuff. Oh, he mana drains and stuff. Woohoo! I killed him, and he became naked. I hope that's a bug. Oh! Okay, cool. Sunwolf says you also get compassion for completing an escort quest. And when you have enough compassion, you can res people back with 80% of their life. Nice. That's a neat feature. A robe, a plate mail gorget. Let's put it in here so any potential PvPer gets something from killing me. I think we should also give him a pair of severed ears. You may have this severed ear if you kill me. And Kuwant says people can just accept escorts and just gate to the place, so there's not a lot to do. Okay, that's true. If people have the ability to teleport, then that kind of makes the quest a little bit easier. Wham. I love this weapon. Thank you. So am I getting anything? I get a little bit of karma when I kill these guys. I guess I should teleport back to... You know what? I'm gonna head back to my house, and then I never actually made it to that place in U, the gate place. So I guess I should go there. And then maybe you guys can tell me which direction to go to get to the gate. Oh, Aurelius says I'd not recommend killing too many of the red NPC healers. And why is that? Will it make me a target by PvPers because they can't res? Okay, there's a limit. Sunwolf says you can only do 5 escorts in a day. I see. Yes, I see. Aurelius says the priests of Mundane are the red NPC healers. So if I kill all of them, I won't be able to res either. But then again, I don't really like to be on that side of the world. I be wuss. So, is there any way for me to know which side of the world I'm actually in? Or as soon as I get back to my house, I'm back on Trammel, I'm assuming? It's kind of funny they have this sort of clone realm thing. This is my loot. A plate mail gorget. I found it on the other side, in Felucca, amongst red murderers. I bring back spoils of war. Sorry, I'm laughing at my own jokes. I shouldn't do that. It's silly. But I do. I am bringing back spoils of war. Oh. Zalbek says he can do more than 5 escorts in a day. Are we talking about the same escorts here? How much are you paying them? That's a lot of stamina. Anyways, Aurelius says, well, if you die and want to be rezzed, it's harder if you wipe the healers off. Yeah, that's true. Sunwolf says, there is a limit. I can be wrong. Oh, your mouse is gold when in Trammel. Thank you. I never even noticed that. So, whenever I'm in Felucca, the PvP world, the mouse turns war mode, like red, or I'm always in war. Okay, cool. Aurelius says the same. Cursor's gold for Trammel, and silver when in Felucca. Also, in Fell, the trees look dead, and the deco on the ground is mainly bones and... Oh! I didn't even notice that. That's actually a really cool feature, so the world is not the same on the other side. It's essentially a dead, evil version of the world that we're currently in. That's pretty cool. Hey! Welcome to the channel, Holy Cecil. Holy Cecil says, "Aw man, I think I need to resub to Ultima Online. I missed this game, and Shroud of the Avatar isn't up to par." I was actually curious about that game. I mean, you can't really judge it now. They're opening up beta phase, alpha phase, something release 9 in a few days, I think. I got an email a few days ago telling me that in 6 days they'll open it up. But yeah, I mean, can't really compare a 17-year-old game to a very, very new game. Release 9, says Holy Cecil. And Panda says, seen the link via the official Ultima Online Facebook, so I knew it would be quality. I'll be back. 4 a.m. here in Australia. Oh, darn it. Thank you very much for popping by, Panda, and I hope you sleep well. I'm sorry that you're in a time zone where it's really late. Sometimes in the weekend I'm able to stream a little bit sooner, but sadly I can't on weekdays because it's 10 to 9 in the evening here. Oh, and Holy Cecil says that release 9. Woo! Thank you for the follow. Holy Cecil says that release 9 of Shroud of the Avatar started today. For those of you who don't know, that is a game currently in development by Lord British, the guy who did I guess he's the brains behind this game, a lot of people say, but I can't really, I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming that a lot more than one person developed Ultima Online. But yeah, it's basically his brainchild. He made Ultima, and he did Ultima Online as well. And now he is crowdfunding on Kickstarter and a bunch of other places to get money to be able to create a game called Shroud of the Avatar, which is, from what I've seen, you know, I'm not there yet. I prefer the stuff that I have here in Ultima Online, but I also like, yay, thank you. I also like that that they're building a new game that has some of these ideas and the stuff that we know and love in this game, which is also one of the reasons why I'm really excited about a game like Albion Online, because that's also a game made by people who have played, oops, wrong book, by people who have played Ultima Online, and now they're trying to make their own more PvP-ish type of MMO with a lot of cool features that I think many MMOs could benefit from. Personally, I prefer... No, you can... Presto, welcome to the channel. You can still play the game with the classic 2D client, but I'm playing it with an enhanced client that has a bit different graphics and more... I'm also using a special UI for it, which adds a bit more on the screen. So it didn't change unless you want it to change. It's still the good old 17 years old Ultima Online. And Merble says, today I read something about Shroud of the Avatar. There was a new video or something? That's the thing that Holy Cecil was mentioning, that Shroud of the Avatar opens up the servers today for release 9, which is like a major update. They added a bunch of a bunch of skills and a lot of other things that I didn't really look into. But yeah. And then Presto came in and was all flabbergasted because Ultima Online doesn't look like Ultima Online did back then. But again, you know, it's been ages. Oh, Byron says Mashizo. Greetings, Byron. Is it time? Is it time to roleplay? Let's do something. Smiles. Listens carefully. I'm doing it because I can. Byron might be typing. Greetings! Do you want to explore Termur? Pray tell, what is this place you call Termur? Termur! I kind of know what it is, but this way you guys will know as well. I think it's the gargoyle place. I'm not exactly sure. Let's zoom in. See? It's interesting the way they designed this, because it kind of is a 3D client, but when you zoom in, it becomes sort of blocky. So I tend to not do that. Very well. I am ready. Let's explore. So are you guys up for seeing Termur? I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's the land of the gargoyles. I think it's this way. Yes, it's up the stairs and into the moon gate, sorry. So, we're gonna go check out the gargoyles. If this had been Ultima Online 1998, I would be scared right now because a strange person just went up to me and asked me if I wanted to explore. And that's basically code word in PvP language for, do you want to follow me into a dark pit and get killed? Byron says this is the royal city. I see. There are gods everywhere. Watching my every move. Looks less suspicious, Star. That's a gargoyle. Oh, they have quests. Let's see, Merble says, yeah, at work I always read the news of an online games magazine, but videos are too much for my poor mobile internet. Merble, videos are too much for your at-home internet. I actually lowered the bandwidth of my stream because I wanted to keep Merble as a viewer. I probably wouldn't be streaming today if it wasn't for Merble, because he told me my stream was laggy, so we got it sorted. Let's see, Lady Arduina says, up those stairs is the Soul Forge you needed. Cool. Byron says, a lot of newer quests are here. Ah. That was a very short response. Should we do one of those quests? Oh, sad face, Merble. Oh, wait, what? Forge? Right here? Is it in here? Is it... You know what? Next time I'll just, Oh, I better follow him, otherwise I'll get lost and I'll... I heard an NPC saying, know the secrets, learn of the Soul Forge. Uh-oh, I already lost Byron. No! It's true, Merble, your internet isn't that bad. Aurelius says, that's the slightly boosted Soul Forge. There's another one with a bigger bonus in the palace, but you need more loyalty to the gargoyles to use that one. Ah. And Presto asks, isn't backpack style bad? Old style was good, I think. You can put items random. Well, you can still switch to that type of backpack, Presto. In the options menu, you can switch to legacy and then put them the way that you want them. For me, it's better to have the backpack like this. I like it when it's ordered in squares, but I totally understand what people want. So, what's this? Byron says, sorry, I'm looking at the quests. I will show you the forge. Ah, thank you. Here it is. Thank you, Byron. These teach you imbuing skills. Cool. Oh, and there's also a quest. So I should get my imbuer character over here so that he can learn these quests. Definitely. Looks like they all give quests. Or maybe it's the same. I guess I'll find out. I don't do imbuing on this character. I have another one that does that. I have another one that does that. But yeah, Presto. It's up to the player. You can also switch to graphical layout that basically shows the image of the backpack as well. But for me, I kind of like to be able to drag and drop it. I know it looks less Ultima Online-ish like this, but for me, it's I don't know. It's easier manageable. Oh, nice. Kuwant says those imbuing quests give power scrolls to imbuing. I still need to figure out what these power scrolls do. Um, Byron says we can head south and look for the abyss. He can't enter, but I can. My response was okay because I'm trying to keep up with chat now. So what exactly do those scrolls do? Because I've seen pink scrolls that add 120, and I've seen some skills that called alacrity. I'm assuming they give faster skill gains. And so the power scrolls are the ones that let you get to like 110, 15, or 120. Yeah, I see. Kawan says the power scrolls lets you level your skills above 100. That's nice. Oh, there's a lot of refugee gargoyles here. So what happened? Did they get kicked out of the city? Or are they fleeing from somewhere? Do they normally live in the abyss? Maybe? Okay, so Byron says with the power scrolls you can take your swords to like 120 skill. Yeah. Quant in the stream chat just explained it as well. Thank you. Grandmaster is 100, Legendary is 120. Yeah, I read some of the guides. It says that I need to get my swordsmanship and my tactics to 120, and some of them also say Bushido and parrying to 120. Ah, that's alright. Byron says he's not listening to the chat on the stream. Not reading the chat, he's listening to me. That's alright. Okay, so he says there was some sort of disease storyline that caused these poor refugees to, I guess, come here rather than... Or maybe they, I don't know, maybe they were supposed to live inside the city, but then they had a disease and they all got kicked out. Are those boobs? Pixelated oh, they're wearing clothes. Alright, you may pass. You may pass. Let's check out this dungeon place. Byron says, these used to be all ill gargoyles. The players had to make cures to help them. Seems no one made them beds. Yeah, now they're just walking around. They're like, crap. I'm no longer sick. Someone cured the STD off of me, but I have no bed anymore. Darn it. Alright. Ooh, music just changed. Things are getting exciting. We are now headed south towards the abyss. What's this? Is this a player house? Oh, owner Einva. You can build houses. Yep. Or you can pick the classic ones like I did. Yeah, I remember the first house that I built was a house where I actually picked where I wanted blocks and things. But I figured, you know, for my first house here, when I came back to the game, I just wanted a really tiny, cute house. And then I'll be saving up for a somewhat larger house where maybe people from the stream could come and say hello if they want.